All right, my friends, welcome to the Cagalero podcast. I'm here with two very dear friends of mine and road dogs of mine. Man, we go on the road together all the time. These guys are absolute monsters on the stage. So everywhere we've been going, if you've seen me on stage, you've probably seen this guy over here, Mario Superstar Salazar.
What's up, guys?
And he is an absolute destroyer of the stage, man. So, and of course, next to him, we have Israel La Tripa Garcia, one bad comic right there.
rollo?
Looking
What's up?
very leisure-like.
Pues,
with his
Yes, neck
pillow,
pillow,
neck pillow in the
glasses
house.
for the cruda, everything, guys.
Glasses for the cruda.
He's hungover.
Yes.
He's hungover. He's
For
super.
your haters.
For the
the
haters.
For the haters.
Now, I gotta thank you guys. Since the last, I'd say 3 weeks, there's been over 5,000 people that have joined the channel, and I just wanted to get this message out there because there's a lot of new fans. First and foremost, thank you for just becoming a subscriber or a follower, and it just means the world to us because as we're gonna get into this podcast, we are not backed by Hollywood. You know, we're not backed by like the Illuminati. We're gonna start talking some weird shit in a little bit. It's gonna be
Oh,
crazy. Right?
yeah, that's
We've
gonna
all
get us flagged.
all of us, all three of us have been to California to do comedy before. Right?
California.
We've all done California comedy before. I actually got signed by the top comedy agency in Hollywood, the Gersh Agency. They're the same people that represent Dave Chappelle, Lisa Lampanelli, Louis Anderson. A lot of big time acts are represented by the Gersh Agency, as well as yours truly. But I will get into this. They haven't found me any work because of they were. I'm gonna get into it. Should we get into it? It's like real quick. They offered me a part in a movie that had been offered to Gabriel Iglesias, and I have it here. I actually have the script, and I'm not even supposed to show it, but I will show you like the general plot line. I'm not even supposed to be showing that. I might even get sued for this, but I want you to know that I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Pero puro te vale verga.
Pero me vale verga la vida mía. Hey,
Madre.
bro, the thing is, when we go to Hollywood, I've been offered my shirt's going invisible and whatnot. I've been offered gigs, and there's a lot of politics. There's a lot of people asking, hey, when are you coming to California? When are you coming to Las Vegas? There's a lot of comedy politics that go into play when we go out on the road, especially when we went to Hollywood and they wanted us to do these things and they wanted me to get into a dress. This movie plot is this dude, his aunt wins the lottery, but she gets into a car accident and she gets into a coma. So he has to put on a dress and impersonate her to try to claim the winnings.
Wow, it's very original. Groundbreaking stuff there.
Groundbreaking. So
Yeah.
that when I saw that, I told him that I wasn't interested because I know about the underground stuff. I know about the dress club, okay? And these are things that, I mean, people that are barely coming onto the scene, barely coming onto the channel are seeing, Napos, this is a new comedian that I've never heard of. I've been doing comedy since I was in bars and cantinas since I was 15. I've been doing comedy since I was 8 years old, stand-up comedy, doing a talent show. I've been all over the country. When I was 21, I just turned 34, so I literally have like well over 2 decades of experience in comedy. I've met some of the top show business people. They've been in my house, good friends with a lot of them, and they know what's going on in Hollywood. They've told me exactly what's going on in Hollywood. I've seen it firsthand. So this podcast that you're seeing is not just conspiracy theories and all that stuff. What I'm telling you is genuinely what is going on. As far as I'm concerned, anyways. I'm sure these guys have their own input, because you've been pretty jaded by Hollywood. Mario, tell us what happened with
So-
you. You just recently went to Hollywood. What's going
I
on?
recently went to Hollywood. It wasn't nothing big like that, like a major motion picture company. But first of all, yesterday, me and Israel had a show in Cine El Rey, and
it was
everybody came
awesome,
out.
man.
The first show of 2020, and we absolutely crushed that.
A couple got proposed to.
Yes,
guy.
a guy proposed to his girl, and she said yes.
Yeah, that was
For the
pretty
sake of comedy, I was hoping she would say no. and for,
Oh, that would have been hilarious,
then,
dude.
some guy
Ay,
messaged
no,
me at
qué asco. Like
no,
así.
no quiero.
But she said yes.
Yeah, she said yes. The guy's name's John McClane. So
John
they're gonna have a
McClane?
diehard theme wedding. I don't know if they are,
For
but that
real?
would be cool. That would be cool. Like, so then a guy messaged me at 3 a.m. He's like, "Man, it's the first time I've seen you guys. You guys were really funny, and it was my girl's birthday, so I'm gonna get laid because of you guys." So that felt good. We're conceiving
Damn,
babies,
yeah,
dog.
dude.
How many babies, dog?
Now,
And-
the thing is, people don't understand that we, as a, I mean, me as a comedian, I'm trying to get you laid. When you come out to a
Yeah.
show, the number one goal in my mind is to get the person that brought the person to the show, get them laid.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
that's good customer service.
Yeah.
That's 5 stars. That's
Yeah.
a great rating. And then I trolled this poor girl. It was so funny. She never caught on. She comes up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, it's the first time I've seen you. You're very, very funny. You remind me of this comedian. What's his name?"
goodness.
And then I was like, "Oh yeah, a lot of people tell me I remind them of Jerry Seinfeld." She's like, no, that's not it. Oh, I get Chris Rock a lot too.
It's like,
No, I think it's Gabriel Fluffy. I was like, oh yeah, I know Fluffy, man. He's cool. Like, you know, I interviewed him one time for the newspaper, and he's a really cool dude. But I don't really ever get that, man. I get Bernie Mac quite a. I get Bernie Mac a lot. Bernie Mac is the one. And she's like, oh really? Like she didn't get. She was a younger millennial, like mid-20s. So she probably didn't even know who Jerry Seinfeld was.
Silly
She
chode.
probably know. Yeah,
So,
it was funny.
but
I was
I
yeah.
mean, you've been to Hollywood now.
I just went to Hollywood recently, man. There's even in their game shows,
Yeah, everything's pre-produced.
everything
guys.
is like.
I've been on Last Comic Standing. They already had the winners selected before the show even started filming. I mean, these are all things that are pre-selected. They're pre-chosen. They already have their person. It doesn't. None of the stuff that they're selling on TV is actually fucking real. Okay. That being said, when we go to Hollywood, they try to fuck us so hard, literally and figuratively. But you know, there's so many comedy politics out there, and we have to. They think that we have to play by the rules. I should reword that. We don't have to play by the rules. They think we have to play by the rules, and we don't like to follow rules because we're from Texas. We're them Texas boys. And when we go, I like to do shows where we have complete control of the door. So if there's any promoters out there that have a venue where they take zero risk, you know, that's how I like to work. When we try to do shows out there like at the Improv or at the big time comedy clubs, you guys don't understand. But there's big time politics that goes into these comedy clubs. I'm going to give you an example. This comedy club told me that I could have a show there, but they would give me $2 off of every ticket I sold. The place holds 250 people. So even if I were to sell it out completely, all I would make at the end of the day was $2 per person, which would equal to $500. Now you might say that's pretty cool, but keep in mind the club is charging $40 a ticket. Okay, they're charging $40 a ticket and only giving me $2. That's ridiculous.
Well, they gotta use that money for their their mozzarella sticks and their classy fine cuisine. They gotta spend the money on their
That's another thing. They'll not only
microwave
will you,
nachos.
Yeah, not only will you actually not get, as a comedian, not see much of that money returned to you, but then they're charging your fans that you brought out there
Oh yeah, ridiculous price.
a 2-drink minimum. And like they have to buy a food item and 2 drinks at least, and they overcharge these people like crazy. Like 2 drinks will cost people like $70 or something.
And that's just in Texas, and which is relatively low. I saw, I don't know what comic posted this on Twitter, or even I don't even think it was a comic. I think it was a fan in the Tampa Bay Improv with the 2-drink minimum, and it was just about like $90, dude.
With 2 drinks,
Like the 2-drink minimum.
Personally,
Yeah.
I took my wife to New York when I was auditioning for Last Comic Standing, and we went to Dangerfields, okay? And a lot of HBO specials have been filmed there. The old school ones in Dangerfields Comedy Club. I didn't know this, but the place only fits maybe 100 people, maybe. Tiny place. And they say you got to buy 2 drinks minimum each person. I bought 2 Jack and Cokes for myself, 2 mixed drinks for my wife, and then I covered a buddy of mine's 2 drinks. Bro, the tab was over $160, bro.
Eek.
That's not even counting the tip, okay? So that's 6 drinks coming out to over $170. I mean, it
That's
gets
the
out of hand.
mortgage in the valley.
Yeah, these comedy clubs really take advantage, and that's why when I operate outside of these comedy clubs, the comedy community really doesn't appreciate that. But in reality, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pass on some savings to the customer. I want for the comedians to get the lion's share of the money because we're the ones putting on the show, and then the venue makes money on the alcohol and sales. Pero que no se la bañen tampoco. They don't have to. They're not forced. Their arms aren't twisted into buying. It's just that they're having a good time and they like to drink. But what do you think about that?
Your fans love to drink, bro.
Yeah, they love to drink, and guys,
And
if the way my fans normally drink, it would cost them a fortune.
I've seen it where I've done shows with Raymond where, we'll be doing a show and the alcohol like runs out, and we've been like, we told you that they're gonna sell this alcohol out. And like the owners are rushing to go get more beer, and it's like, we told you, dude. And it gets crazy.
they said,
Dude, that's the thing. Okay, I've met comics in LA, and we actually have comics that have come from down here in the valley that have made it to LA. They've been on TV and stuff like that from the Rio Grande Valley down here in South Texas. And something about LA that just changes like your soul or something. It makes people so defensive. You can't approach anybody in LA without them thinking, oh, this guy's trying to get one over on me,
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people that are actually, just genuinely trying to help you out. Like I love helping people out. I love helping comics out. But when you try to offer a comic from LA like help, they think, oh, well, this guy's trying to get something out of it. And they have like this defensive posture. I'm like, no, dude, I'm just trying to help you out, man. I'm just, that's the bottom line. And when you're going to LA, people say, hey, when are you gonna come to LA and be on some shows and stuff? You guys don't understand that when we go to LA, we're seen as competition. Okay, we're seen as both of these guys are extremely talented. I bring the heat as well, and when we go over there, I'm not there to make friends with comedians. I'm there to make fans, and I'm there to make a name for myself. The number one name of the game is to make sure that the customer goes home happy. All right. When you come out to a show, my name of the game is to make sure that you go home feeling like, man, that laughter was so good. It was worth every penny, and if not more. It was a smart investment in myself. That's the way I see comedy shows, and I really truly believe that. What do you think about that, Mark?
Dude, there's these comics that are very, very defensive. Of course, you have your comics that are very awesome and have been super hospitable while we're there. I recently did the Ontario Improv. And I went backstage. I went to the green room with the other comics. I was the feature that night. Well, it was like maybe
like a showcase or something?
It was a showcase. My buddy was closing it out. I was right before him, and I got a little bit more time than the other comics who were not super established in LA, but they were on some stuff. And I approached them super, super nice and super cool. But they were they were very defensive. Like,
right.
They didn't want to talk to me. Only one of them was super cool, man. The other two were just, man, not having it at all. Like, real defensive. And one of them was a female comic. And
have you ever had that kind of experience yourself, Israel?
Me personally, no, not really. Not in LA. I'm sure it is. It's a competition city. You know what I mean? I could see how people can act like that. Just me personally, I have worked in LA. I've been to LA. I do shows in LA. And I guess I just personally haven't had an issue with anybody. Like, I really haven't.
Because you wear a neck pillow everywhere, bro. People are just want to be nice
just
to the
like,
guy
hey,
with a
that
neck.
guy's
That guy's lounging.
I mean,
Don't interrupt his
I understand how, you know, I guess
man,
sometimes.
it was really weird, man. I was being super friendly, Texas friendly, and they were just
and
very
you know what
standoffish.
you know what
dude. I was
this
like,
happened,
man, chill out, dude. Like,
I'm not gonna say it has happened to me personally in LA, but it happens when you go to another city. I remember one time I went to New Orleans and I did a show in New Orleans, and I went out to the like the local open mics there, and so I tried to be cool with them, you know, a little bit, and then I was like, hey, what's going on? My name's Israel. Most of them was being cool. And I got to like the guy who was kind of like in the middle of the circle. And I reached out to shake his hand. And he turned his back on me, dude. And I was just like,
man.
what? And I was like, okay. I was going to try new stuff. But today I'm going to do my best shit. So I signed up for the open mic, right? And it was like they had like a little lottery or whatever the fuck, right? So we all get pulled, right? And then I get put up third. And he goes up fourth.
Ooh.
By the comedy gods just landed, and we're like, oh, dude. I was like,
sign,
oh my God, dude. So I go up third, dude, and I just do my best material, bro. I fucking did my Olive Garden. I fucking went hard, dude.
Guys,
I didn't give two shits.
I want you to understand that this guy, we've been on the road. We've been really just helping each other out, man. We help each other become better comics as we're traveling along. If we hear something that might be a good idea for this guy, you know, like if I see something in his set, like, dude, you should add this little tag that'd be funny. Cero miedo. Cero miedo. You know, stupid stuff that we find funny. We're constantly improving, constantly evolving, and this guy's a monster. So the fact that he went on before this guy, what happened after that?
So it's like, so I do my best material, dude. I went and the crowd's like, ah, like it's just it was over, dude.
So
it was over for everyone.
There's some comedy purist nerds that are like, you shouldn't be doing your best material.
I wasn't going to
in
but
an
that
open mic.
That guy was being a dick.
Yeah, man.
So I do my time, and I get off, and he goes up after me, dude. Right? And it turns out like this guy's like one of the cool guys in New Orleans or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Hey,
he went and ate a huge, big old wiener, bro.
Una verguizada.
Oh yeah, le di una verguizada bien dada.
de verga.
Verguizada.
Una botana de verguizada.
Se le hice bien calientita, güey. ¡Sas!
Sizzling.
Yeah, bro. And he fucking ate it hard, bro. He ate it so hard, the host had to mention it, dude. It's like, give it up. I forgot what his name was. Like, give it up for this guy. It's like, man, that was brutal.
You could say his
like,
name, bro.
I don't know what it is. I don't remember it, but he's like, the host is like, man, that guy, man, that's a rare. You guys just saw something real rare, man. You just saw that guy eat a dick. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he does it.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah. So, and then afterwards, all the comics kind of opened up for, they were being a little bit more warm about it. You know
Except
what I mean?
that guy.
But, no, he came up after me afterwards, and I tamed him, bro. You know what I mean? Dominated
him. So, and this guy's a monster on stage, guys. And whenever we go on the road, Israel's usually on the road with me, and Mario's on the road with me. A lot of people tell me all the time, man, this guy's a fucking monster. If you've never seen Mario Salazar, guys, we go on the road together. Now, this is where it gets good, okay? Everybody's been asking me. I need for you guys, if you're watching this, if you're one of the promoters that has reached out for me in my inbox, we're putting together a tour March through April, and I want to travel the whole country, and I'm not going to take any days off. There's not going to be any lag days in between. I might land in your city on a Monday, on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday, on Thursday, or something weird on a Sunday. I want you to make it a real strong point to make it to these shows, guys, because we're doing one time around the country. If we're anywhere close, if we're within 50 miles to 100 miles, and you think, no, that's too far, keep in mind, we're traveling hours.
Well, I see that on your videos. I always see random cities mentioned. Like, when are you coming to Omaha, Nebraska? I mean, they're not random. They're big cities, you know. But yeah, he's like, when you coming to Omaha? When you coming to Michigan? I get that one. I see that one a lot.
I think the thing is too, like, we're doing this, how you say, we're doing it grassroots. Like, we're doing it on our own. You know what I mean? So
that's what makes it even harder, guys. Is if you're listening to this right now, I'd love for you guys to comment where you'd like to see us, and we're gonna take into consideration how many people comment from which city. And if you have friends, share this video with them. Tell them, hey, dude, go comment here because we're trying to bring this guy over here.
Absolutely.
And we're trying to figure out where we have the most fans to logistically have it make sense. And if you're traveling, you know, if I'm going to be like in a town that's 50 miles away from you, and it takes you an hour and a half to get there, understand this. And I'm putting my hands together, kind of like pleading with you. I'm really trying to do this shit grassroots, okay? I'm not trying to fold to the Illuminati's dress club, okay? The way we're doing this is we don't want to do the LA scene. We don't want to be put in that situation where we're having to be defensive and being an asshole to people. All we want to do is make people laugh in the underground, okay? In the underground where it's meant. Isn't that where comedy is really the best? Like where it's grungy and raw, unedited, uncensored. I want you guys to understand that people. I mean, there's comments on my videos here. Why doesn't this guy have a special? Why isn't this guy been on TV? I want you to understand this, okay? I've filmed specials. I've sent them to Netflix. I've sent them to Comedy Central. I've sent them to HBO. I want you to understand that there is an agenda at play right now, and we don't fit that agenda because I'm too masculine, too much toxic masculinity, right? We're just dudes, you know. We're too much of just dudes. And if you see Comedy Central right now, all the dudes that they're showing, they're super feminine, hipster style comedians that are just. I mean, there's no fucking dudes that just go up there, own that motherfucking stage like we do. I'm sorry to say it. If you've been on Comedy Central, you take offense to it. Dude, I can literally show you laughs per minute statistics in my shows. It's like scientifically proving that I'm funnier than you. Like, I fucking put that shit on paper, dog. Like, I'm sorry.
I've been seeing some of this Comedy Central stand-up, their fan page or whatever, their page on Facebook. That man, it's really, really bad. Some of the comedy, man. Some of the stand-up is awful.
And I'm asking my fans here, guys. If you're one of our fans, guys, I implore you to go to Comedy Central's page and just keep on. I mean, if you go back there and see all our fans that are just trolling the fuck out of Comedy Central, just put Raymond Horta is funnier. Raymond Horta is funnier until they can't handle it anymore. But go ahead, Mario. Go ahead.
No, yeah. When I was just recently, and you're talking about we don't fit. Well, even something as simple as The Price is Right, and I vow to make it huge, just so I can write a movie and get Seth Rogen to do a part in it.
Yeah.
Cause I went to Price is Right, and it was a lot of fun, but man, they didn't pick me, and I'm trying to figure out why, and I want to ask Seth Rogen. I know you have nothing to do with it, Seth Rogen, because you were just a guest on it. But I'm fucking mad, dude. How does
they do like a pre-screening?
They do a pre-screening.
People don't know this. People they just assume they're gonna pick somebody in the crowd at random. And that's not the truth.
That's not the truth.
Again, to let you know that everything is pre-produced in Hollywood, and what you're being sold is not exactly the truth. So go ahead.
And so there's about 200 people. We go in groups of 20. Some producer comes out and he asks you questions. Where are you from? What do you do? What would you do with the money? Stuff like that. And I was watching everybody's...
What did you say?
Well, I was watching everybody's thing, and everybody was just being lame. There was a few people that you could tell were being like loud and boisterous, and there was like, and they were the ones that got picked, right? And then when it came to my group, everybody was giving decent answers. But when it came to me, first they're like, "Hey, so what do you do?" And I'm like, "Whoa, I am one of the world-class personal trainers in South Texas." and everybody was like, "Yeah, like high knees, everybody." I started doing high knees there. Everybody started laughing. I was like, "No, I'm just joking." And then I think I messed up maybe here, because I told them I was a comedian and I like to spread joy and, laughter to people.
That's where you fucked up.
That's where I fucked up. I think so. And then they asked me to do one of my jokes. I did a quick Marine Corps joke. Everybody laughed. I was telling them like Drew Carey, it's a person I look up to because just like him, I'm also a chubby Marine who became a comedian.
Wow,
like
I didn't know that Drew Carey was a Marine. Cool.
He's a Marine, and so I mean, just completely crushed it. Had everybody that was doing the screening laughing.
Super
had the
charming
producer.
and very endearing.
Yeah, even the people that were watching that weren't part of the screening team, the other cast members or whatever. Audience members, they were laughing. Like everybody around me was fucking just completely crushed it. And I was so fucking certain that I was gonna get, that I was like, there's no way they can't pick me after this. There's absolutely no way. Like I had everything they wanted and
Y
nada, bro, tronco.
Puro chorizo de San Manuel.
Yeah, there was this taller, good-looking college kid from UT. Who was being like super like, oh, come on, where you guys having a good day? Yeah. And that guy got picked, and you could tell he's gonna get picked. There was this black sassy lady, being loud. Is everybody doing good?
It's like a big audition.
And pretty much. And there was no Mexicans that get picked. I never pulled a race card, but I'm gonna pull it right now. Damn. Why was there no damn Latinos picked for The Price Is Right? None. I would have been the perfect candidate.
Damn.
So I'm trying to figure out, Seth Rogen, I'm going to ask you to ask Drew Carey, or I might ask Drew Carey.
You pulled a race card, bro.
What and why wouldn't I, why didn't I get picked? I want to know why. Was it because I said I'm a comedian? Because I'm Mexican? Or because I had my name tag Jose Mario? Because I was like, I go by Mario. I was like, oh, you can't have that. And I was like, you only can have your legal name, Jose. And I was like, actually, my legal name is Jose Mario. It's one full name. So I had Jose Mario here, and maybe they did. It was too hard to pronounce. They're like, maybe that was it. I want to know.
Sounds racist as fuck.
I want to know Hollywood.
What other game shows have you been on?
Same thing in what's the other one? Let's Make a Deal. Also, I completely crushed the audition part. And
what if it's not even none of that? What if they're fat shaming you, bro?
Maybe that too.
Because Hollywood is like that.
Oh, on Let's
Hollywood
Make a
is
Deal,
like that, bro. Like, because look at the comedians that you see on there. How many of them, like, a lot of them, they're skinny guys. No offenses, bro.
I know,
but a lot of them, they require you to be this look. And then the problem with being that look is that when you're that look, chances are you're not funny. When you look like this, when you look like this and you have to develop a fucking personality in order to reproduce and keep your fucking genes going, you have to develop a personality for that, okay? And that's what makes funny. Look at these guys. These guys look dysfunctional as fuck. Come on, look.
Dude.
Look at that, seven felonies and like 16 misdemeanors right here, bro.
It's me without my glasses. I feel.
Well, when I was on Let's Make a Deal, I'm glad I didn't become viral. They sat me next to like this. I'm huge myself, so I don't want people to. They sat me next to this huge black lady, dude, like 600 pounds, huge, dude.
Hashtag.
And then I was. This was about 60 pounds ago for me, so we looked funny, bro, next to each other, and bless her heart, bro. Bless her heart. She was
a meme together. It's like if this couple invites you over to Thanksgiving, you go.
Yeah, I was like, and bless her heart, dude. She wasn't about 600. She was about 450.
Okay.
And she was getting up to dance, and let me tell you, dude, I was dancing my heart out in Let's Make a Deal, because they tell you
what kind of dance were you doing?
We still just whatever the song I was feeling going with, like
probably like some Beyonce.
I'm happy.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is.
And so they go. I know we already picked who was gonna be. Their interview process was to get picked, but the producers are watching it every time. So we see you dancing during the commercial break and showing a lot of enthusiasm. We might change your mind, and we might pick you. So my dumbass believed it, and there I am dancing my fucking heart out, bro. Like nobody's watching, dude. I know people were laughing at me. Look at this fat motherfucker trying to.
The same thing happened in Last Comic Standing. They just want all the comedians
hilarious.
in line for the footage.
Yeah.
All the people that have already been like through the rounds and stuff, they've already been pre-selected. So they just want the footage of all the people standing in line, all the crazy looking motherfuckers and stuff. And they just, you know.
You did come out, bro. I remember you did come out.
I did come out though for a solid 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Solid in the line, solid 6 seconds. Now, but I'm going back to this, guys.
Fucking prices, right?
There is mass hidden agendas in Hollywood that I personally don't even want to be a part of anymore. Okay, I used to think that the way I was gonna make it was to be on HBO and Comedy Central and be on TV and be in Hollywood, and I frankly, honestly, I don't even want to go there anymore. I don't want to make it that way anymore. I want to make it on my own terms, and that's what we're doing. We're doing a tour that is totally grassroots, that is totally up to the fans, where you guys want us to go. And just to give you an example, we got Texas, we got New Mexico, we got Arizona, we got California already starting to go that way. I'm thinking about going up this way towards, right around here on this side of the screen, towards California and Oregon, and then up to Washington. And then up here, when we're in Washington, cut across, and then start going to Idaho, then down to Utah, and then cut across to Colorado and to Kansas, and then go back up to Chicago, all the way up to Michigan, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then come down through Detroit. So if you know anybody along these routes, come back down to Ohio this way, and then to Tennessee, and then maybe Florida, and then
maybe back up to Georgia.
Back up to Georgia.
Or maybe
hit New Orleans and then back into Houston, maybe hit Dallas on the way back home, and then back all the way down to the valley.
Damn.
Damn, va a oler a pura cola la troca, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna need some heavy deodorizers in the truck.
A thing you were telling me, bro, that I was it stayed with me because you said that the level you don't measure being on HBO as a success anymore.
Yeah, and the way that Netflix has been acting too, man, like, honestly, I've given them my special. We're waiting on them, and the fact that they were willing to produce and put out a special or a docu-series or whatever the fuck about Jesus Christ being gay, like, they were willing to put out that shit, but they won't put out our special. Like, what the fuck, you know? It lets you know that there's a fucking agenda at play. And I even got disgusted by Netflix too. So I was like, I don't even want to be a part of that shit. I'm a very God-fearing man, guys. I really am. And God is the only reason I'm successful. I give him all the glory every time I go on stage. God's the reason I'm there. God's the reason he created me to make you laugh. He's all I am is an expression of him. I'm his tool, and I'm hoping that I bring laughter to the people that need it most. I honestly look at it like that. I'm not there to. There's no. The thing is, I'm from Texas, and I take being like a genuine person to heart. Do you feel that way?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You feel? I feel like I'm just trying to do good business the old-fashioned way, handshake, word of mouth, old school style. Be a man of my word, the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you were saying about HBO and Comedy Central. I don't consider that the standard anymore.
The standard.
I used to say that was like, and people. I don't want people to hold it against me either. It's like, oh, plus you haven't been on Comedy Central. You haven't.
Oh, that's the one that hurts me the most. I think that's why I still look at it like that, because they, comedy clubs, from comedy clubs to random fans to sometimes my family. Not my family, not so much, but they always kind of like, this guy, you've never been, on TV. You never really. And I kind of like
it bugs you.
It bugs me,
it
man.
Bugs you.
Yeah,
and the fact that we haven't been on HBO, dude. And I mean, they have HBO Latino that has been doing comedy and shit. They could easily put us up there, but again, there is an agenda at play that I personally don't want to be a part of, and that's what's going on right now.
Yeah. I want to say, because a part of me wants to say, like, oh, yeah, well, fuck it. But if HBO comes calling tomorrow, I'm going to be like, yeah, man, I'm fucking there. I'm fucking there.
But here's the thing that I've noticed off of the HBO and Comedy Central. I've seen comedians that have been on HBO. I've seen comedians that have been on Comedy Central, have been on primetime television, network television in prime time, and they have nothing to show for it. They're having trouble selling tickets, where we're
That's
going
true.
around with 0 TV credits, and this is all thanks to our fans. Okay, this is thanks to you guys, the Cagalero Coalition community. This is all thanks to our fans that we've been selling out everywhere we go, just on the grassroots movement. Okay, just simply on grassroots movement, and we have, I mean, in the Hollywood game, we're seen as such a freaking like underdog style like threat that they don't nobody's gonna help us. Nobody's gonna help us. We're gonna do it all ourselves. And you know what? I'm totally fine with that. Because I know that we have a bunch of new fans that want to see us. And if you want to see us, let us know where you want to see us at. And we're going to try to put this tour together. And hopefully we'll do a show near you. Because I assure you, it's going to be called the Puro Pinche Laughter Tour. And this tour, guys, if you have ever gone to a comedy show, if you've ever been to a George Lopez show, if you've ever been to a Gabriel Iglesias show, Felipe Esparza, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, the big time names in comedy, I'm not knocking them as much as I'm propping us up, saying, hey, we can hold our own with those dudes, if not give you a little bit more laughter than them. That's not us saying that. That's the fans that have dropped the reviews on the fan page. You can read the reviews on Google, Facebook, Ticketmaster. All the reviews say a bunch of great things that we're holding our own
I know
against
people
those
have
big
been
time names.
people have been adding you on Facebook recently because of your stand-ups, right?
Yeah,
YouTube.
the stand-up clips that I'm putting out there are getting like, I mean, literally thousands of fans every week. My Facebook fan page has grown like 50,000 people in the past 4 months. My YouTube channel has grown up over 5,000 people in that past month. I mean, it's getting crazy here.
What I love about our shows, and I think it separates us from a lot of the big name comedy, is that it's very personal, man. Raymond sticks around and takes pictures and says hi to every single person. If it's a show of 200 or 2,000, every single person, and I myself say hi to everybody that approaches me. I will get creative with you outside the venue.
That's one of my favorite parts. Honestly.
Yes.
One of my favorite parts of the show is like when fans stick around and they meet us at the parking lot. Hey, aquí tengo un pinche blondejito, man.
Yeah,
That's the shit right there. And
even if it's Reggie, I'm gonna make fun of you for having Reggie.
We will make fun of you.
We will make fun of you,
We
but I'm still
will
gonna
make fun of
thank
you.
you for that Reggie. I'm like, hey. Thank you. Hey, man,
It's
I'm like,
popcorn, okay?
it's popcorn. I'm like
It's
Kendrick
popcorn.
Lamar. I'm humble. I'll smoke some Reggie.
Stay true to your roots.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And guys,
And that's what I really love about the shows, man. They're so
read the reviews, man. I mean, that's one of the things that I find that I'm really proud of is that
Yeah.
the people, and I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. This is another thing in Hollywood. I'm going to tell you a little secret. In Hollywood, when I was doing the club out there, I was greeting everybody as they came in, and I was shaking people's hands as they came in. I was literally. Sometimes I was even seating people, and I would sit down with them, maybe like as they were ordering their drinks and stuff, like just chit chat a little bit. And the club owner was freaking out. He's just like, "What? Didn't they tell you, Mario? What's he doing?
Yeah.
What's he doing? What's he doing?" And he's like, "Oh, he's just saying hi to the people." It's because all the comedians usually just go into the green room and they hide out in there, and they just wait to come out and they just leave. Very rarely do you see comedians stick around and shake hands and take pictures. I'm there. Dude, honestly, right?
Oh, it was so funny, man. Bless your dad's heart, man. May he rest in peace, bro. He would set up merch, the big old merch table, bro. Velas and shirts right there in the middle of the ice house, bro.
Yeah, in the middle of the ice house.
like, bien vale verga,
Really?
bro.
Se vendieron, bro.
Y
Se
se
vendieron.
estaban venden and the other comics because the ice house has 2 rooms. So the guys that were doing the other room, they were like, "What the fuck is going on?" They've never seen anything like it, man. We just
There was
right
a big
there.
ass line for
Yeah.
the meet and greet.
Yeah, and then the big ass line for Raymond's meet and greet, and just in the middle of it all, dude, it was so
was
much
pretty hilarious.
funny,
What was
man.
crazy about that night, dude, is that I saw Joey Coco Diaz.
Yeah,
Who is one of my favorite comics, right? And he shows up and he sees me like getting just bombarded with people like wanting to take pictures and stuff. And I didn't know this, but I had done a show in the big room, and I kicked Joey Diaz out of the big room and made him moved him to the little room. So it was just like, I went up to him, I was like, dude, I'm so excited to meet you, man. And he's like, you excited to meet me? You kicked me out of the fucking big room. All these people are excited to see you. You're the big guy here. So he was cool about it, and he was a real cool guy.
Yeah, he was really cool, man.
Real cool cat.
He complimented on my weight loss. I was really like, oh, damn, bro. Joey Diaz is saying, like, hey,
wow,
man, you're
dude,
kicking ass. So that was badass, man.
So,
really
I
cool,
mean,
dude.
we do have the respect of the comedians that actually mean something over there. It's just that the whole culture of being involved in if you watch the Grammys, if you watch the Golden Globes, there's like a fucking agenda being just thrown in your face. And it's fucking disgusting. Like, personally, I can't even watch TV or nothing anymore.
California is so expensive, bro.
And it's expensive as
That's
shit.
why I think all these comics are just like so on alert because they gotta save every single dollar, dude.
I believe it.
That's why man, it's so competitive and stuff, man. Like I said, for the most part, like a lot of the LA comics that are our friends, man, much love and respect to them. But just when you don't know, like, there's so many fucking comics. I just felt really weird, man, when I was working with them. Just very defensive, they don't want to talk to you. They look at you like you're a piece of shit because, you're based out of a small town in their eyes, McAllen, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And guys,
I think it's,
A mí, personally, a mí me vale verga. I'm friends with very few comedians that understand that I'm here to do business, okay? When the people the comedians that understand that I'm here to do business, they say, okay, that's why they respect me, because I'm a businessman as much as I am a comedian. Because in my mind, show business is two words: show and business. You got to be good at both of them. If you're not good at both of them, you're gonna fuck up somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
So the way I do good business is by passing savings onto my customers, which are the people that come out to see the shows. I don't want you getting shafted by the comedy clubs while we bend and break, bend to their rules and have to suck all this political comedy penis in the back. I don't like that shit. I'm not for that shit. So if we establish, a show, this is another point, because people say, "Nambe pinche Raymond, you're doing all these dive bars. You're not making it. You're doing shows in bars. You're doing shows in like fucking cantinas." Yeah. Whoa, pump the brakes, buddy. Pump the brakes, okay? First, I've done shows in big-ass theaters, big-ass arenas, okay? I've done shows there, and one big thing that I've noticed when I do big shows in big arenas is that three things happen, all right? Three things. A, they charge me a shitload of money for rent and insurance if I'm doing the show myself. So I'm having to pay literally probably at least $10,000 every time I use an arena or a theater. A theater probably like $8,000 to $9,000. That means I have to bring in 500-600 people before I even see any profit, right? And then they start tacking on all these insurance fees and all this crap on the back end, the production costs and stuff that they give to you when they're paying you out. So they're just nickel and diming you with little percentages fees and shit like that. And then on top of that, we go to the venue and they want to take a percentage of the merchandise that we sell after the show. And you're like, dude, ese pinche pedo ya fue mucho.
And they always run out of alcohol.
And they always run out of fucking alcohol.
And the fans are mad. And then they associate it with us sometimes. Like, no.
So it's like, dude, the reason that I do cantinas and clubs and bars is because all those bullshit little expenses. All I'm dealing with is a club owner that wants people at his place. He's willing to give me the door, and we make it happen. We make it happen. We do all our sales online. We do the ticket sales. We might have somebody at the door taking money there at the door for the day of, and that's how we work. Why? Because it saves you money down the line. You're not having to pay ridiculous fees, ticketing fees for Ticketmaster fees, all that shit. All that shit plays a role in this, okay? And that's when we go out and do our shows. I want you to understand, it's not to say that we're not quality comedians because we're performing at fucking strip clubs and shit, because I've done that.
Dude,
boom,
boom.
I want to perform anywhere that people will go and see us. So if you're watching this and you know of a club owner or something like that has a nice, decent venue where we can do a show at, drop it in the comments or send us an inbox, and we'd love to work with you. What do you think about that?
That's you're gonna get the fans that haven't they don't get to experience as much comedy, man. You get those cities that don't get as much comedy or that much raza comedy like us.
Well, so, I mean, right now we're trying to set up a really huge tour again. Like how we said, it's gonna be done all grassroots. Like we're the ones calling people and trying to find rooms. So hopefully, if we could get a chance at some point, we want to post the cities that we'd like to be in. And if you guys know anybody in those cities, or if you if you want to have us or something like that, hit us up, because we want to go to your city, we want to go to your town. Like we're gonna be, it's gonna be a huge tour, dude. You're talking like what, like a month and a half?
Yeah, we're gonna be on the
2
road
months?
every day is gonna be a different city. There's literally not gonna be any days off. So we want to string these shows together close to each other, and we're just gonna go every night, do a comedy show in everywhere we go. You know, so what I want you guys to understand is that none of this succeeds without your help. Okay, if you see us coming to a town near you, the last thing I want you to think is like, nah, pues I'll watch him next time he's gonna come through town, because I'm gonna be very honest with you, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what we're gonna be doing. Okay, because the next time we go around, it probably won't be for a while, and when we do go back around, it'll probably be a lot more expensive, okay? Because what we're planning on doing is we're going to film all this tour. We're going to be recording every performance. We're going to be taking those clips and we're going to be pumping them out on social media. And then there's this brand new platform that's going to be coming out that I haven't even said anything about. I've been keeping shut, but I want you to know that I've been doing some crazy work behind the scenes. There's a new platform that is going to be free, where I'm going to pump out all my specials, all the recordings, all the content that I have, all the fucking shows that I have. I'm going to pump them out for free. You're going to be able to see the complete performances for free. And it's going to be on a platform that gives Hispanics a platform to put out documentaries, comedy, music, lucha. It's going to be a streaming platform called Canela.tv. And it's going to be basically the new Netflix, but better than Netflix. You're not going to have to pay a single red cent to be a member. You're going to be able to see all the stuff that we have for free. And what I like about that is that we accomplish our goals that we set out for. I just want to make people laugh, okay? And eventually, there is a catch, I guess. The eventual catch is that I'm hoping that when I put this stuff out for free, just like on YouTube, how people have been sharing the videos, have been showing their friends, hey man, you got to check this guy out. My hope is that more and more fans will come and be a part of our channel, and that when we do go out, we'll be able to start doing bigger and bigger venues, like maybe even outside venues where it's like big ass festivals, where it's like making people laugh on a different fucking level. What do you think about that?
Bien.
Always,
everybody wins, man, especially the fans, man. They're gonna. And
one thing that I do see about like the show that we're putting up is that we've been traveling and doing stuff for over almost 5 years, probably.
Tell them about the fucking show in Washington, bro, because I want people to understand.
Oh my god!
I want people to understand that I'm not just some YouTube dude, right? Some guy that does skits and got famous off of the Cowboys videos. That's what some people think, that it's just like, oh, that's the dude because the Cowboys shit. No. That's. Dude,
just a small part of.
That's just a tiny little part. I'm a fucking stand-up comedian, and I love what I do, and I bring the heat. My mom told me that whatever I wanted to do in my life, just to try to be the best in the world at it, and I take that attitude with comedy, with everything I do. But Israel was there at one of the best shows I've ever done in my entire life.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Like, this dude almost saw me kill a person. Okay.
Yes.
And what was that like? In a place that I'd never seen before.
We did a show in Washington, and so we get to the venue, which I knew it was gonna get crazy. Why? Because the owner of a dispensary knew Raymond, so I already knew. I was like, it's gonna be one of them shows. You know what I mean?
One of them,
like super hooked up, because it was a cool. What was the
Bake Shop?
The Bake Shop. Yes. Shout out to the Bake Shop.
Shout out to the Bake Shop.
They have their own little dispensary. Great dispensary, by the way. Their product was very great.
Great to say the least.
Yes, just even did a commercial, right? Like in like a 30-second How was your little commercial? You
I did a
like,
commercial for them like in one take, and they were just like blown away. They're like, "What?"
They recorded you.
Immediately went to the like. They were like, "Dude, I'm like, we have to go to the show." They became like sponsors of the show pretty much, and they came out to the show. What was the show like? Just completely insane.
We had a huge. It was a good turnout, man. We had a lot of people. It was a big venue, and so we set up. Everybody did awesome. You know, we had a great show. The audience was super on point. Like they were there to laugh. You know what I mean? So then Raymond's going up, and he's going into his set, right? And out of nowhere, like, all right, some guy or somebody just goes up and
Big Shop.
Did they ask you?
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, do you want to? Oh, he just handed it. Because I was in the back.
Yeah.
So all I just saw is some guy like reaching to Raymond to give him like a vape pen, dude. And I remember like I was like a slow motion, like, no, don't do it.
Why were you saying not to do it, Israel?
Because I'm like, once you give Raymond his spinach, dude. It was gonna go off, dude. You know what I mean? So yeah, dude. And I was like, no, he's gonna go like super hybrid, like no. And Raymond, and I had never seen you smoke during a set, like in the mid, like during the show, dude. Like you just. And I was like, it's over. Dude, after that, the show went off the rails. Like, insanity just ensued, dude. Raymond started going off on your jokes, dude. The audience members went berserk, dude. The one guy, what were you making fun of him?
I was making fun of this one dude, this black dude named LaFontaine for having a real absurdly big dick. Like, the dick just kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger ththrough the show.
He was a rapper too.
Yeah,
right?
then there's this other dude in the front row had like super short shorts on, and I was like, dude, like no se va a saltar un pinche huevo on the side.
Oh,
you know? I go, it's gonna be the fucking huevo that's purple, you know, that looks like all nejo, like somebody threw a fucking potato in some dirt. And that's when I said that when I said the potato in some dirt, bro, that dude. He almost fucking died. That guy almost fucking died.
I'm not even lying. He got up, right? And he was like, nah!
No, that was a different show.
Oh, no, that was the same one.
No, that was the one in Sonora where that guy had to run out of the building.
Oh, yeah, that was another one. Yeah, that's... No, dude, I'm talking about the one guy with the water.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The dude that he was just laughing so much that they started like just...
Like, he started
showering
and
himself
they dumped,
with water.
Yeah, they just dumped all the water and he was going...
It was nuts.
Like...
It was nuts.
It was...
And then this one show that we did in Sonora where Israel literally saw this dude, like, this was a funny story.
I saw that, dude.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was doing a show and this dude was losing it. I mean, pounding the table. I was crushing him, dude, just destroying his liver. And he's like literally... I mean, at one point, he's literally holding up his hands. Like, have you ever had somebody just make you laugh so much that you're just telling them, like, stop, please stop, like, stop. And if you've never had somebody make you laugh like that, you got to come to one of my shows, all right? But this dude was looking at me like I was holding him hostage. Yeah. He's just like, please stop, ya no puedo. And dude, I'm vicious, all right? I see that shit. I smell blood in the water. Dude, I want to go for the jugular. Boom. I made him laugh so fucking hard, dude. I made him laugh so fucking hard. The dude literally shot up out of his chair and ran for the nearest exit.
Yeah. He literally went like...
Like trying to get air, okay? Trying to get air because he couldn't fucking breathe anymore, all right? And Israel's outside smoking a cigarette, just fucking hanging out. And he just sees the door fly open, like... and the dude's like just desperately trying to take in oxygen. He's like... Like I had been holding him underwater in a fucking toilet and shit, dude. So, guys, if you want to see some heavy duty comedy, comment where you want us to watch, us. Maybe a venue nearby, maybe a theater that'll let us have the door, a rent, preferably rent free, so we all make a little money, we all make people laugh, and the venue can have the alcohol and concession sales, and we'll just bring a lot of people, and we'll all have a good time. That being said, man, we've ran a little long here. We're about to reach the hour mark. I want you to understand, man, that
we've been talking for an hour.
Yeah, we've been talking for an hour. Anybody that watches this, you guys, the dress club that I was talking about, any comedian that is like really, really well known, if you think about it, has been in a dress. Like if you've been in Hollywood, they've been putting them out there in Hollywood. They've probably been put in a dress. Like people like Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey, John Leguizamo, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. All these dudes are part of this club that they got, they signed a contract for lots of money. Even Robin Williams, all these dudes have been put in a dress. And the reason that those guys are extremely talented, but they just did something that I'm not willing to do. And I'm not willing to do that. And I get
weirded out with putting on a filter.
Yeah.
That's why people ask me seriously all the time. Wow, why don't you do the videos no more? Well, cause dude, I'm looking like a chick, bro. Yeah. Like I'm fucking. So I wouldn't put on a dress either, man. I get weirded out by filters.
Yeah, like even like just looking at yourself in the Snapchat filter. Yeah. You're talking about. Yeah. He's talking about that. Like Mario has this character called La Bon Bon.
La Bon Bon.
And he stopped doing those videos because like it was just weirding you out. Like this is just weird.
Soy hombre. Marine Corps veteran de la Balboa.
See? So madre. That's too much masculinity, bro. That's too much. This video might get flagged.
Have the fat comedian. He's too.
But I assure you, right. if you come out to our shows live in person, the shit that you see on Facebook, the shit that you see on YouTube, the videos that I put up, that's the stuff that I'm allowed to put up that'll go through Facebook's algorithm loops and guidelines. Okay, that's the tip of the iceberg. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that the stuff that you see live and in person is completely different. It's totally raw and uncensored, supremely funny. That's the one comment that I get when I see people like on the comments. This guy's not funny. Bro, I want to fucking slap that dude in the ear hole so bad because
the ear hole way.
Because what you're seeing is not me in my truest form. You're seeing what's allowed through Facebook's algorithm censorship bots. Okay, don't judge me by what you see on social media. That's the fucking worst thing. I've been doing comedy since I was 8 years old, and so just really following the craft, really just diligently trying to master the craft for over 20 years, over 20 years. I assure you, one thing that I'm very confident in, the one thing that I'm really, really confident in is that I'm really fucking funny, okay? The dudes in the comments, dude, if you don't find me funny, I don't know who they're the assholes who are like, you'll never be on George Lopez's level.
Bro, I had a fuck when I was trolling
on stage with George Lopez.
When I was trolling,
my hour versus hour lo hago mierda. I'm saying that on record.
Siempre, pinche Huizo Lopez. When I was doing my whole trolling of the WWE, all these nerds were getting so mad. They were going to my fucking YouTube and commenting like, "Oh, this is the WWE loser. He fucking sucks." It was fucking pissing me off. Like, no, I don't. You fucking nerd. It's like, right away, they wanted to attack my livelihood, which is comedy. Man, it was pissing me off. But yeah, man, it's something they haven't even seen you, bro, and they just want to be a hater. They want to stand out. They want to or sometimes they just want to get a reaction out of you. They want to get fucking burned, bro. So they go on there and then los mandas a la chingada, bro.
The thing is, man, like if you're judging me based on what you see on social media, you're wrong. Bottom fucking line, you're fucking wrong. Okay, you're judging me based on like I put out maybe 2% of my actual life on social media. I'm very private for the most part. But when you come and see a comedy show, you see stuff that I could never put out there because it'll be deemed as too offensive or too crazy, or like I get censored every fucking time I put something crazy on Facebook. And let me tell you this, the reason I don't do it, people say, just fucking do it, bro. Just fucking put it up. Every time I get banned by Facebook, it costs me tens of thousands of dollars to get banned, because I get banned for 30 days. And when I say I get banned from everything. I can't hit a like, I can't answer messages, I can't do shit on Facebook for 30 days. Damn. Right? I'm the type of guy that gets hundreds of messages a day for fucking merchandise, for shows, and all sorts of shit. Moringa, all sorts of messages, okay? If I can't answer those, that costs me money. So I can't put up the jokes that I know are going to get me a band that is going to cost me tens of thousands of dollars, because this is how I fucking feed my family, all right? That's what I want you to understand. I can't put out the jokes as much as I want to, as much as I know that they're going to make you fucking laugh super fucking hard. I could never put it out there. But once Canela TV comes out, I'm going to put out all the stuff there because it's completely uncensored, completely freedom of speech, and it's going to be a game changer.
I mean, you want to put everything out there because it's a privilege coming to a show. And you guys should come to a show because we're getting too just stagnant as a fucking society. A lot of people don't like going out now. They like staying in, but there's nothing like live entertainment with your loved ones, being there, sharing a laugh with a group of people you love, man. It's no better feeling, and we provide that in bunches. We're fucking amazing at what we do.
Punches and bunches, baby.
We're so, like I said, so intimate with the crowd. We get to know them. We hang out with them. We smoke with them, CBD. And it's just a great experience. And we want to share that with you. And we want you to share that with somebody you love.
That's the name. So, guys, we're going on a tour come March through April called the Puro Pinche Laughter Tour. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want us to perform near your place where you live, let us know where you're watching from. There's a bunch of brand new fans. Let us know. And we're about to wrap this up. We've already gone over an hour. I'll appreciate you guys if you comment where you're watching from, where you'd like to see us perform.
That's right.
And how many people you think you could bring out with you. All right.
Yeah,
so laugh loud and live long. And more than anything, I want you guys to understand that God bless you. God loves you so much, and he wants the absolute best for you. God bless you with an abundance of health and wealth. I always say it at the end because I always save the best for last. And if you saw this message, put there in the bottom, saw it to the end, because I want to make sure that you got the message. God bless you. He loves you so much, and he wants the best for you. Big things are coming your way. Big things are coming our way. We're going to do big things this year where we make a lot of people laugh. And because we brought so much value to the table, we will be paid accordingly.
That's
yeah.
right.
Hell yeah.
Follow Tripa on Facebook.
Israel Garcia, One Bad Comic. Mario Superstar
Salazar, at Superstar Comedy for Twitter and the Gram. And I know it's NFL draft season, so drop your NFL draft questions and I'll be happy to answer them. The Draft Guru.
The Draft Guru, guys. This guy knows the NFL through and through. Big time draft analyst.
Mel Kiper me la pela.
So laugh loud and live long, man. God bless you guys, and hope to see you guys at one of our shows. I assure you, we're the only comedian. From what I know, I'm the only comedian that puts a belly laugh guarantee on his show. You get, at the very minimum, one good belly laugh throughout the show. At the very minimum, guaranteed.
A few water spits or drink spits.
Yeah, I guarantee that shit or your money back.
That laugh of when you can't even make a noise anymore.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite, dude. So
I love the drink spitting too, man.
That's another one of my favorite. When I make somebody spit into the back of somebody's head, that's the best. I assure you, man. I try my best whenever I go on the road. I make sure that I give the audience every bit of effort, and I stay back and I take pictures with everybody. I hang out, and I just try to be as good of a person on the road as I can to make sure that people get their money's worth. So I hope to see you at a live show. Laugh loud and live long, and God bless.
God bless.
Ahí lo guachamos.
Yay, yay.